Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan, and welcome to Leon, Kansas, where tonight the Marion Warriors are on the road facing the Leon-Bluestem Lions. This is Mike Powers here with Jeremiah Lang. Down on the field, Darren Neufeld will be our man in the, I was going to say in the bushes, but he's not in the bushes. He's on the track.
Not in the bushes.
Our camera work will be done by Jay Smith, and our production by Gene Winkler. And let's talk a little bit about these Bluestem Lions. Jeremiah.
Mike had an opportunity to talk with Coach Kraft and Coach Metro today about the Bluestem Lions, and they have had kind of a down season. They've had a couple kids not be able to stay on the team for various reasons. They've had some injuries. At one point, they were fielding 15 kids this season. I think I counted tonight they had over 15, maybe 16 or 17.
Well, on the roster, and the roster is usually printed at the beginning of the year, and whatever they had 20, so they started the year with 20.
Right.
That's not very many kids.
Yeah. And so talking with Coach Metro, Coach Kraft, it sounds like number 11 is their guy. He's the guy. That's Hunter Clift, and he's going to be all over the field doing whatever he can to help them win. Their quarterback at times it could be number 9. Nicholas
later.
So, I expect the Warriors to come out and win tonight. Hopefully they come out on fire. Hopefully they come out amped up to get another win on this season and to head into the postseason after this.
This is the Central National Bank pregame show, and we'll go down to the field where Darren Neufeld is literally fighting for his professional life. In our last game, we tried a rookie, had a kid down there on the sideline that just tore it up, and now Darren is fighting to keep his job.
Hey, he can have it anytime he wants it. How's that? No, Aaron Homburg did a great job filling in there for the last couple weeks ago when I was up in the booth. So greatly appreciate him doing that. Like Jeremiah said, this game, actually, if there's going to be a game that we could pick this year for the Warriors to finish up on and head into playoffs, I think it's this game. Like Jeremiah said, they need to come out on fire. They need to do what Opie did to them last week. At the end of the first quarter, it needs to be 20-something. At the end, at halftime, it needs to be a running clock. That's what the Warriors need to head into next week in the postseason play. So we just never know which Marion team's going to show up, so we just hope it's the right one that is in that fired-up mode.
To just confirm or I guess support what Darren just said, looking at the lineup here for the Lions, their right tackle has no weight listed, so I don't know what that means. He's maybe refused to be weighed.
Maybe he's invisible.
Might be a religious thing. I don't know, but he refused to be weighed. But right guard is 150 pounds. Their center is 167. Their left guard is 150, and their left tackle is 130. Now those are what's listed. Coaches always lie about those weights.
But usually they inflate.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm saying if those are the inflated.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was down on the Bluestem Inn there. We walked down that way a little while ago, watching them kind of do their final warm-ups. I think the coaches might have been upping that on some of those linemen, because you looked at them and I don't think they were even in the 150 weight class. I mean, I think our wide receivers weigh more than their interior linemen.
Yeah, they've got. I think their starting running backs listed at 110, and I don't think we have a kid on our roster under 110.
Yeah, but his name is Tony Gonzalez. Oh, that's Tyler Gonzalez.
Tyler Gonzalez.
Well, this is, as I said, the Central National Bank pregame show, and we are proudly on the Lanning Pharmacy broadcast scaffolding tonight.
We are.
And we couldn't believe how fast we set this up. I'm telling you, we've become a pretty good crew.
Efficient.
We are. But we will take a break and be back for the opening kickoff, and all I can do is echo what the other guy said. I hope that the Warriors are able to do what they should do and put this team away early. All right, thank you. Back in a moment. Oh, we're back, and as you can see, the cheerleaders are ready to go, and the teams are on the field. Warriors will be kicking off to start the ball game.
Warriors won the toss and deferred to the second half,
which is what you would prefer. There's certainly nothing to get in the way of wind here tonight.
It is a calm night. The flag is totally still.
I Gosh, the field seems dark. Am I just being hypercritical here?
No, it is dark.
Okay, so yeah, Gene points out, wait till the sun goes down. So give us a break if we misread some numbers here.
Braden Mercer kicking off.
Squib kick goes through the first man, picked up by the second, elects to bring it back, and he's going to get the ball to the 35.
He was met, I think, by Will Allivan on the tackle there. Flew in and made the tackle. So the Leon Lion, or Bluestem Lions.
The Bluestem
Lions are going to start at about the 35.
Our first quarter is brought to you by Jeremiah Lang.
No, Mike, it is not.
Who's it bringing?
Brought to you by Eagle Communications, Prairieland Partners, and Marion National Bank.
Okay. And we want to thank Central National Bank for the pregame show sponsorship and Lanning Pharmacy for the scaffold. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Quarterback pitches around the right side. Ball's on the ground. Still on the ground. I think we've got it.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw that, Mike, but there was a different quarterback in there for them.
Was it number 9?
It was number 3.
Yeah, 3 was in on the quarterback. He pitched to 13, and the ball never got to him,
Yeah.
and Evan Heiderich ended up with the recovery.
Evan Heidelbeck on the ball and able to make the recovery. Give me Warrior ball at, looks like,
About the
about the
23,
25,
24.
2. Mitch Carlson says 22.
And they do not have a number 3 on their roster. Stringer from the shotgun. Put the Warriors in business here. Heidelbeck with the carry. Straight ahead, and he's got a nice gain.
Yeah, he's going to pick up,
2 yards to go.
yeah, looks like about 8 yards there.
We've got expectations of a Warrior victory, and I like what we've seen so far in terms of setting that up. We'll say that the folks here have been extremely friendly and accommodating to us as we rolled in.
Yeah, welcomed us with open arms.
2nd and 2 now. Stringer keeps. He's got the first down and a few more.
Boy, Mike, he made something out of nothing there. It looked like he was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to push through that and pick up a first down and more.
Here's another look at it. Oh, yeah, this was a very odd look. I think he intentionally pulled the ball back out. It wasn't a broken play. And it was effective, so it's going to be 1st and goal from just inside the 10, it looks like. Man comes in motion. Stringer rolls that direction. He's going to cut back upfield now.
He's going to get it to about the 5-yard line.
You know, actually, the first one to hit him on that play was actually Sam Zinn, his own player.
Let's see if we can see that here.
Down by number 54, Austin.
That's true. That is true. It wasn't exactly a bone-crushing hit, but he did get in his way. 2nd down and goal now for the Warriors. Feels weird to not have a strong wind. It seems like we've had that all season long. Keeps again, and Stringer.
He's in.
He's in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
What a great way to start this game, Mike, to come out, recover the fumble, and in less than 3 minutes, you're in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, and the nice thing at the tail end of that play is you saw a Stringer lower his shoulder and just blow through the defender to get into the end zone. Great effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darren, your timing was perfect on that because that was going on the replay as you were describing it. That was great. Oh, now Gene's claiming credit for synchronizing it. All right, Warriors, as always, will go for 2 here. Heidelbeck.
I think Heidelbeck.
Yeah, takes it in the end zone. The Warriors go up 8-0 early in the first quarter. We got 9:57 to go in this first quarter.
Warriors looking sharp. This is fun.
You know, Jeremiah, course, it's easy to be charitable when you are on top, but I feel you can't help but feel a little bad for Bluestem. They don't have many kids. The kids they have are small, and they, I'm sure, came up with that very first play thinking, here's a chance for us to get a little positive momentum right out of the box, and it just bit them in the rear end.
Yeah, I can be sensitive to that, but man, we've had a season where
Yeah,
it's
you're
nice,
right. You're right.
nice to have this kind of opening sequence.
I guess the difference for me to some extent is that Leon is just, they're dealing with a very short deck.
Yes.
These Warriors have had the opportunity. I mean, I'm going to tell you, they could have won that Douglas game.
Yes.
They should have won
Hillsborough.
the Hillsborough game, and we're certainly very competitive. And there was one other I felt like we were, but anyway, just got a little bit more, I guess, on our side of the ledger right now.
Sure.
But you know what? We're really early in this game. We're going to feel stupid if all of a sudden,
The wheels come off.
yeah. Kick again, picked up by the man in the middle, and he had a little lane, but was taken down, waiting for the number.
Number 6, Will.
It was Will Alvin.
Number
Okay.
6, Will Alvin again. So the return is to about the 45-yard line. Will Alvin on a great tackle there that brought the return man to a stop.
Warriors have for a road crowd on a team that doesn't have a winning record, I'd say it's a pretty good group of support here for
Filling
the
up
Warriors.
the whole span of the visitor side.
Quarterback bobbled the ball. Now he gets it under control, but Warriors gang tackle him. He's not even gonna make the line of
He
scrimmage.
lost about 2 yards on that play with nowhere to go.
Number 3, Nick Frazier on it.
Okay, I don't know if you said number 3 was not on their list. Just listening to the announcer, you said Nick Frazier.
Nick Frazier. Okay, we'll find him here. Whoop. Gotta look at the right piece of paper. Second and 11.
High snap.
High snap. Gets the ball away, complete, brought down in the backfield.
Yeah, I think that might have been that Chase Stringer over there on the tackle.
Yes, yeah, it was Chase.
Okay, I'm looking at their roster, and there is no Frazier on the roster. And I'm looking at first names here. There is a Nicholas Lader.
Oh, that might be it. Number 9. That would be 9.
That could be it.
Okay.
Then maybe he's just shooting up his 3 tonight. High snap again.
We get the ball out. Oh, that could have been picked off. In fact, it's a completion. It gets them back up to a better situation. It'll be 4th and 8,
Yeah,
but
he's-
still 4th and long.
Going to gain about.
Actually, Braden Mercer played that ball perfectly well. He was in a great position. It's just the ball was actually underthrown, so there was no way he could actually get back to pick it off. He was actually just going to knock it down.
You think that was a intentional back shoulder throw?
I don't know. I think that was just a save my life throw.
Get it away. You can't hit me now. Punter gets it away. Going to work out to be a pretty good kick for him. It is going to roll down inside the 20.
Number 3, Nick Frazier, punt down by number 11.
And they just said it again, number 3, Nick Lader. So I think that is, I don't know why they switched the jersey, but he is one of the kids that they have on occasion lined up at quarterback. He's also their punter, so you got to watch fake punt situations when you get the quarterback back there.
Absolutely. Warriors going to start with possession at around the 17-yard.
7:53 to go in the first quarter. Warriors' second possession, up 8-0. Hand off to Heidebrecht
Lots of
again. Oh, that's a great run by Heidebrecht. He's going to take the ball across the 40.
Yeah, he got gang tackled at about the 45.
Number 7,
I can't tell who that was. The blockers were in the middle, but the two middle, I think it was Halleck and Christensen, I think, maybe Lanning. They just kind of, Heidebrecht actually just kind of followed him, and as soon as the hole opened, he just shot right between it.
Lanning was one of the men in the middle of that. I didn't
Yeah, I
see.
think Palak.
Okay. All right, 1st and 10 now from the 45, so big gain for Heidebrecht. Of course, he's fought injury all season long. Going to be a pass play. Get us away to the up man. That's pulled in. Oh, man, that looked like a horse collar to me.
That was Colton Mercer on the reception. He's going to be close to the first down.
What's the end of this? And it could be because they, if we can play it clear through, Gino, to the tackle. You'll see he's got right there, the back of the shoulder pads.
He did pick up the first down.
Yep, it is a first down, but it definitely was a horse collar.
You know, the other thing I'd be a little concerned about if I'm the coaching staff is that, like we saw 2 years ago with Jack Schneider over in Heston, the chain gang did not let go of the chains.
Right.
Oh, long pass. Well, there was a good effort out there.
Looking for Sam's in and just overthrew him a little bit.
A little bit too much air under that one. Yeah, that's a huge thing, Darren. I was on the sideline in high school one time when that, very similar to what happened to Snyder, and our team's coach went berserk. Actually took the marker and bent it, expressing frustration with the fact that they didn't drop those and get out of the way of the player.
Well, if you remember right, when Schneider hit it 2 years ago, it bent it.
Well, that's true.
That's right.
That's a good point. 2nd and 10. Stringer keeps, cuts back upfield. Going to get the first down.
Yeah, moving the ball with ease, which is fun to watch, and able to pick up the first down before he's tackled at the 32-yard line. Eli Het coming off. So Dalrymple went out there with the play.
Our producer says he's looking at the replay and saw a face mask at the end of the play, but we didn't see that. Man goes in motion. Oh, that little come back around the other direction goes to Mercer. Mercer still on his feet. Fought through 2 tackles and picks up good yardage.
And those were hard-fought yards, Mike, and he was able to change direction and pick up about 6.
He just kept his feet turning.
That's
that was
right.
the key. He did not his feet did not stop.
He picked up 6 yards, but he ran about 18 to do it.
Let's call that the long way.
Yeah, he went the long way around, but he got there. All right, 2nd and a long 2. Warriors out, a little bit of a spread going on here. Now brings a man back over with the motion. Hand off to Heidebrecht. They're really struggling getting Heidebrecht down out here.
They are. He's able to pick up 15 yards each time.
That'll move the chains. Ball's going to be spotted, I think, outside the 10. Yes.
You know, I don't think there's been a single tackle for Bluestem tonight that hasn't included at least 3 of their players. I mean, that's just, right now, Marion, like we talked about in the pregame, is being the dominant size team.
1st and 10 from the 12. Stringer wants to pass, gets the ball away quarter of the end zone.
Ooh,
once again, just a bit long.
That's a tough pass. Mike, tonight's one of those nights where we could get those quick slants, a lot of quick slants, and just practice that over and over again.
Well, we've said all year long we're really big fans of that play. And the Warriors have ran it well on occasion. I however, cannot criticize the going for the bomb because they've hit those with some regularity as well. Finger keeps again. Going to get around the right side. Now there's the pitch.
And Jackson Tracy's able to reel it in, but a scary moment there for the Warriors. Going to bring up 3rd down.
As recovered by Jackson Tracy. He did a great job to come back and get on top of that fumble.
That'll make it 3rd and 11. Warriors obviously in 4-down territory here. I'd like to see. I think we're in a position where there's nothing wrong with running your offense. You want to run your offense, but I think this would be good for a little power football. Hand off to Heidebrecht, and he's in the zone.
He just ran right to the left of center and broke a tackle, and he was off on his way to the end zone.
He did. Good hold on the left side of that line. That's a Case and Son touchdown, by the way. Don't want Casey coming after us. Here's another look at it.
And he makes a good block coming across. Todd Palick in there blocking.
Heidebrecht shed one tackler, and that was it. He was free after that. From the air, looking to pass, now pops it out in the flat, pulled in by Tracy, and he's going to walk in.
He was just off on his own out there. Totally, the defender lost him, and he's able to bring in that pass.
That'll put Warriors up 16-0.
4:34 remaining in the first quarter.
I recognize that we need to quit being such arrogant twits, but I don't know if you can hear their press box announcer, but it is so lacking in emotion. It sounds like Bueller. Where's Roger Hannaford when you need him?
That's a good question. It is lacking in enthusiasm.
So the Warriors up by 2 scores now. 4:34 to go in the first quarter.
Back to return for the Lions. Number 4.
Braden Mercer comes out to kick.
Number 3, short foot.
So far, both kicks that we've had have been, I guess we kicked off, and this will be our third kick, yeah. They've been right to that middle of the zone there. That's a much longer kick, taken in at the 15-yard line, and he falls down.
Just lost his footing out there. We had heard that it rained here today.
Really?
This morning, yeah, that they were getting rain this morning while we were under cloud coverage up in Marion, and cool. It was raining down here, so the field could be damp yet.
Yeah, I walked across it, earlier, and there wasn't any standing water on it. It was a little spongy, but it wasn't like slick mud.
Okay.
So, but they've got a lot of missing grass out there anyway. It's not a real filled-in grass field.
Quarterback wants to pass, gets it away quickly,
Got a man
hauled
out
in,
there.
on the right side. Nice. That'll be did the ball? Well, that had to be popped out by the.
I think he was out of bounds.
Okay. But that'll be right at, if not past, the first down
I think
marker.
it's probably a first down. Warriors just missed coverage out there on the side. I don't see who it was, but the coverage was missed.
Got a flag over
The
here.
guy was left wide open.
Actually, a flag over there. Looks like they're going to mark it off against the
Personal
Warriors.
foul.
Okay. Mark off the big 15, and that will put the Lions in the Warriors' side of the field for the first time this evening.
Automatic first.
They heard the field announcer, automatic first
Down for the Lions.
Did anybody see what happened at the end of that play?
No, I didn't see anything. I thought I saw the ball pop out, but I don't know if I did or not. It might have been just the flag going down. High snap, quarterback handles it. Oh, my.
And he was met by Blaine Murmas. That's who I thought that was, yeah.
Luke Lowe, Blaine High.
Yep.
Here, take another look at it. We can do a slow-mo right at the end, Gino. Yeah, that was a well defended. 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12.
Warriors blitzing.
Yeah, and it was a kind of a well done by the Lions, as sometimes you can run right into a blitz, but in this case it was almost a draw play because of the blitz, but didn't get much, got a yard.
Right, yeah. I think Luke came in on the blitz, The runner went right by him to his left.
3rd and 11 now. This is just a beautiful, beautiful fall evening.
You can't.
We're going to, Jay Smith said he was going to dig a fire pit at halftime, and we're going to sit around it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. That's what Jay just said, Gene. Gene's wanting to sing Kumbaya. 3rd and 11. Back to pass. Warriors come. They gets it away. Oh, hit the man right in the chest. He couldn't pull it in. That would have been a Lion touchdown.
That absolutely would have been a Lion touchdown. That was a great pass. And under pressure, I mean, the Warriors brought the house, Mike.
Yes, they did.
And he was able to get that pass off into his guy's hands, basically. And this opportunity there for the Bluestem Lions. I keep wanting to say the Leon Lions.
Well, you can, I think you probably could. My guess is that at one point in time, it was the Leon High School, and they were the Leon Lions, and then they consolidated with somebody.
Bluestem.
Bluestem's, but they consolidated with grass? We'll talk about that in a minute. We had some thoughts on that. We have heavy thoughts. Back to pass. Now he's going to run. He's got nowhere to go.
It's going to be Warrior ball and turnover down.
Ball will come over. No, Jeremiah was saying before that he thought if your school was Bluestem, that your mascot should somehow be associated with that. So if it's grass, that you should be.
I said the Bluestem locust. Very destructive.
Yeah, be very destructive, yes. Oh, that was just fascinating.
Wow. Insightful commentary. Here are the Warriors on off.
2:35. Coming back this direction. There's a lot of room in front of him if you can get past that man. Oh, Tracy's going to get a big gain.
Yeah,
could have been bigger.
Yeah, a little pushing and shoving going on the end of the play, but Jackson Tracy able to have a great run before he's pulled down.
Hope somebody in the huddle there has fixed Tracy's jersey. They did, as it had been pulled down over his shoulder pad. So now the Warriors will be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Quarterback keeps, pitches. Mercer goes around that left side. Mercer's still going. Nice gain as Mercer gets down near the 15.
Yeah, Mercer looked really good on that carry. He's able to spin out of a tackle on the far side and pick up another first down for the Warriors.
So as I said before, 16-0. We're at the 2:01 mark of the first quarter. So if the Warriors could go in here, potentially get another 2-point conversion, go up 24-0, we'd be on the way to what Darren was asking for earlier in terms of the running clock.
Absolutely.
And off to Heidebrecht. Heidebrecht running hard.
Heidebrecht's in.
Boy, he's close. He's close.
They marked him just
I thought
short.
when he fell forward, I thought he got in.
So the Warriors will be 1st and goal from, where are they, Darren, the 2?
I just lost.
2.5. 2.5.
We'll let Jeremiah work on some technical problems here, equipment problems, as we call this. We do have batteries up here, Jeremiah, somewhere.
Heidebrecht takes it in for the score.
He's in the zone, and that's a Case and Son touchdown.
And they're going to line up for the extra point at the exact same yardage as the touchdown was just scored from.
How often does that happen? Warriors are going to split one out on each side of the formation. Dalrymple on the right side, left side, Zen on the right. Stringer wants to throw. Now he's scrambling. Pumps, gets it away.
Wow.
That's caught, but out of the end zone, but I think we're going to get another chance at it. We may have a roughing the passer call.
You're going to get a roughing the passer call. That was great work by Sam to get a foot down. He actually, being shoved out of bounds, was able to get the foot down and actually got the second one down right behind it. That it was roughing the passer penalty, and they're going to it'll be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Sam Zinn.
And I kept watching and waiting here. I was watching the end of the play with the quarterback and did not realize that Zen did get the foot down, which in high school ball, that's all you need is one. And we do have the 2 points on the board now. So 24-0, just like we drew it up. $1:15 on the clock.
Warriors just asserting themselves tonight, Mike.
We noticed, Jeremiah, that, there's been much made about this particular crew, and, different groups of kids just have a different personality. I mean, classes, teams have personalities, and this group hasn't been one that has been demonstratively excited a whole lot. I'm not saying they aren't excited, but they just, you don't see it.
Right.
But they did come out on the field tonight fired up.
Yes, they did. They were ready to go tonight. Definitely different attitude tonight. It was fun to see.
We apologize for not bringing you last week's game from Opie. We had all kinds of conflicts, weren't able to make it, but glad to be back here tonight.
Congratulations to Macy and Jacob Harper.
Yep, Grandpa Gene was there. Good kick. Of course, there was a 15-yard penalty.
With a 15-yard penalty into the end zone.
I think they were kicking from the 45.
Hey, but any kind of little boost helps the ego there. I would have liked to say that if Austin ever had that chance last year, maybe he'd have put it through the uprights.
That would have been cool.
I'm sure he would have.
So, from the 20-yard line now, my voice is changing.
We knew it would happen someday, Mike.
From the 20-yard line, first down. Lions had their most successful drive. Oh, once again, the ball's bouncing around.
Boy, there were two people for Leon jumping for the ball. I think they recovered it. Man.
Number 3, Nick, what did we say his name was? Later, yeah.
Laidler?
Got it. So that'll move them back about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14.
Warriors quick to get back there, unfortunately unable to cover the ball.
We're going to split 3 receivers out on the left side of the formation. Quick pass is picked off by Heidebrick. Heidebrick stiff arms a man. Now he's hopping as they've got him around the ankle. Never does go down. It goes out of bounds.
He was hopping as fast as he could.
He was hopping forward too.
Yeah, that was a perfect read by Heidebrick. He dropped back right into his zone coverage, his middle line or at linebacker position, and just played the pass perfect.
Dragging that 21 with.
The Warriors, I'm watching them come off the field here. I'm telling you, we're still showing a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Blaine Murmis was coming off over there, all fired up. Jared Ray. Eli Head.
I think you give it back to Heidebrick right here and just let him run it up again.
Oh, going to bring the man end around from the other side,
Jackson
and Tracy's in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
So Warriors up now 30-0. The clock is running still.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I guess they wanted to get this game over early.
They have their own running clock rule, apparently.
The Warriors up 30-0, 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter. They're going to go for 2 here.
Same setup we'd had all year long on offense. Put the man in motion. Mercer and quarterback keeps, and is he going to be short? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Finger can't put it
He
in
lost
the end
the ball.
zone.
He lost the ball as he was going in.
Ah, okay.
They didn't recover. They called him down, but he kind of had to reach back to. He wasn't able to stretch himself on the ball towards the goal line because he was recovering the ball.
So you can see the score on your screen. Warriors leading big here with just a few seconds left in the first quarter of this match.
Yeah, Warriors really having a great night tonight, which is kind of what we expected to see happen, and it's fun to see it happen. We had a game earlier in the season we thought they would come out and it would be a competitive game, and it wasn't. So it's fun to see them come out tonight and do what we expected.
Exactly. Well, and if you're going to kind of, last week, what happened? I don't know, but they were playing an awfully good team and got beat pretty handily. But you look at that Hillsboro game, you look at so far tonight, maybe you're starting to put things together a little bit, and what a good time to do it at the end of the year, because the rules have changed on playoffs, folks, and if the Warriors win next week, well, actually, I think next week is kind of the start of the playoffs.
Yeah, next week is the start of the playoffs, and if this score holds, which I can't imagine at this point it won't, we will go to Pleasanton next week. And I'll cover that a little bit later as the game moves on, what I've already kind of looked ahead at that a little bit.
I can't wait to hear that because it's a long way away. Oh, line drive kick, bounces off the man. He wisely just goes down.
Colton Mercer just leaned on him just to make sure he knew.
He did, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. They're fired up. This is a lot of fun to see for the Warriors.
Okay, so, of course, a long drive up to Pleasanton, but when you look ahead at the Pleasanton game, which I know is pretty early in the game to do that, but when we look ahead at the Pleasanton game, I would argue the Warrior team you see out here in front of you, coming into tonight, they're 1-6. This is the best 1-6 team in the state of Kansas, two-way, without a doubt. I mean,
quarterback pump, gets it away, maybe picked off again, and it is.
Sam's in.
Zinn down the left sideline, dodges a couple people, still going. Zinn's got a blocker or two.
He wants in that end zone.
Zinn's inside the 10-yard line with the return.
Yeah, he might be down to the 5.
Right at the 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'll
this is the end of the first quarter, and you know what? We're going to go down to the track for the St. Luke Hospital Quarterly Report, and I bet it will have something to do with Pleasanton and playoffs.
There's not too much more to say about this first quarter. This is by far the most fired up you've seen, maybe other than the Hillsboro game. This is most fired up you've seen the Marion team all year. So this is awesome to watch. They need to carry it over into next week, without a doubt. So the playoff scenario, we should be headed to Pleasanton next week, unless something drastic happens on that other side of the bracket tonight. Then Pleasanton, yes, right now they only have one loss on the season, and that's to Pitt Colgan. But when you take a look at the rest of the teams they've played and the records, they have only played, other than Pitt Colgan, one other team that has a 4-3 record. The rest of their opponent have only all their opponents combined have a total record of 11 and 32.
Wow.
So, and 7 of those wins are from Pitt Colgan. Or, I'm sorry, 5. 5 of those 11. So the other teams only have a combined 6 wins on the year of their opponents. So they might only have 2 losses themselves, or 1 loss, I guess. And then you look at we've only played one team that has a losing record, and that's Sterling. Everybody else is 6-1 or 7-0 of our opponents this year. So our components have a combined 38 and 11. So, I think we're going to be setting pretty good to go up to Pleasanton next week.
Very dramatic difference. Coming to the end around, and Mercer walks in the end zone. He's in the end zone, and that's a Case and Son touchdown. Darren, that's a remarkable. I don't know if that's a statistic, but those numbers are remarkable. And I've said for 2 or 3 years now, people have talked about our league not being a lot of 4A teams or 3A teams or whatever the case may be, but we play tough teams. When you're playing the Sterlings and the Sedgwicks and the Mound Ridges and whatever, those are some pretty good football schools. Back to pass for the 2-point conversion. Gets it away. It's caught, but I think he was.
I'm not sure he was even.
Oh, he was in. They just gave it to him.
Wow.
So he's in the zone.
Yeah.
Going to put the Warriors up 38-0 here with 11:53 to go in the second quarter. By the way, for those who may be wondering, Gene is somewhat inventive on his abbreviations on occasion. The Leon school that you see as Leon BS is Leon-Bluestem.
Our second quarter sponsors, Mike, are Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Erie Real Estate, and the Marion Kiwanis Club. And the first quarter just went so fast, we only said our first quarter sponsors once.
Hit them
We'll
again.
probably give them some more love. Eagle Communication, Prairieland Partners, and Marion National Bank. So thanks for all of our sponsors. We encourage those watching this broadcast to go and visit any of the sponsors you hear for this show. They make it possible for us to bring this broadcast to you.
As the evening has progressed, the crowd on the home side has increased to the point they've got a set of the metal bleachers, but it's a nice setup, and they've got a good crowd and then pretty good group of people on the sideline, or on the fence rather, as well. So things are okay in Leon tonight.
Things are okay in Leon.
Jeremiah was worried about the dog across the street behind us barking all night. He's quiet.
Fell asleep, tired. Jay slipped.
He's just looking at the scoreboard.
Jay slipped him some cheeseburger. I thought.
Warriors kickoff, going to be fielded at the 22.
He's going to make a little run of it.
Nice run, and somebody's going to have to catch him from behind.
That looks like it's going to be.
Dove and missed, and he's going to take it all the way.
Austin Ebaben was trying to get to him and could not bring him down.
When you look down at your score sheet, that runner did a very wise thing. He didn't just keep the straight line going. Had he done so, Ebaben would have caught him, but he shifted to his right, and that's all she wrote.
Wow. Warriors can't get caught napping like they just did.
Yeah, I'm sure that will not go over well with the coaching staff, because it's one thing to have somebody do a nicely executed drive, but you never want to give up points on special teams.
Right.
So Leon now gets on the board. Our score is 38-6 as they line up for 2 points. High snap. Quarterback scoot.
Still
No,
on
he
the
doesn't.
ground.
He's still got it. So that's no good. So we got a 38-6 score, and the Warriors will be getting the ball back.
We were in such disbelief as what happened. Anderson Waddell finally went out to get the kicking tee after the 2-point conversion play was run.
And you don't normally worry about the tee, which is on
Right.
the 35-yard line, that the play's good, but they almost got to him on that play. For $1, you can go to the concession stand. For $1, you can go to the concession stand and guess how many gummy bears are in the jar. And if you're right, you win the gummy bear. I'm sorry, but that's
We're
not,
really excited.
We
about
are
the Gummy
excited.
Bears.
Winkler just abandoned. He's on his way over to.
Think about the gummy bears. That man loves his gummy bears.
I like me some gummy bears, but I don't know if I want a whole jar of them.
We were at Disney World with my parents one time, and my mom took my son to the third area, and he came back with a bowl of gummy bears. That was it.
That's
bowl
it?
of gummy bears. I said, Mom, what are you doing? She goes, I'm the grandmother.
Exactly right. She's 100% correct on that. End over end kick. Picked up by Zen. He's got to
Little
work his
stutter
way through
step.
the middle of
He's
the
coming
field.
back our way.
Yeah, he's coming back to the left. Good block there. Zen gets around the corner. It's going to get finally pulled down at the 45.
They're going to say he stepped out at the 50.
Oh, they are marking it there, aren't they?
That was Will Alvin on that block that you
Okay.
had back there.
I think part of what we're seeing on the field is that it did not get painted.
Or they had a lot harder rain than
Yeah.
you was described, because you
Yeah.
are correct. The not only the numbers, but the yard lines are difficult to see.
Yeah.
Well, even down here on the field, the sidelines, it's almost tough to see where the sidelines are at.
From the 50, Warriors in great shape here, 1st and 10. Swinger's going to roll to his right, pumps a couple
deep.
times. He's going long. That's
Got
intended
Zim.
for Zinn.
He's there.
Did he?
Oh, he missed it.
The defender kind of got his hands in there. I'd like to see that again to see if he was able to break that up, or if Zinn.
Yeah, number 21 kind of came in there right as Zinn was pulling it in, and just, I don't know if he hit Zinn's arm or the football itself, but just barely was enough so he couldn't bring it in.
Yeah.
Couldn't bring it in.
Good camera work by Jay there. Whenever, you don't have two cameras, there's no margin for error, and Jay's just done a great job for years. 2nd and 10. And off to Heidebrecht. Heidebrecht just dragging people as he gets right to the first down mark, but just short.
We'll go back to what we know worked, and Heidebrecht picked up 9 yards.
Guys, the thing I think is kind of cool here is you've got the luxury of knowing that you can go for those long, quick strikes, but if you get in a bind, you can always go back to that power running game with Heidebrecht.
Looking deep again.
Swinger goes again. Oh, wide open out there. And that's a touchdown. He's in the zone. That's Eli Het for a Case and Son touchdown.
Eli Het was just wide open. They had lost him, and whoever was covering just lost, couldn't find him, and Eli was able to bring in that pass.
Now, for some of the younger players on the sideline over here, this is one of those situations where you're just rooting for as many scores as possible, because you know that any minute you're going to start getting in there.
Yeah, we'll see when they come in. Sometimes it doesn't happen until after half.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. But with the running, we didn't used to have the running clock rule, so going for the 2 points again, of course. Swinger keeps, and he's in the zone for the 2. The Warriors will go up 46-6.
Back in the old days when we used to make teams suffer for the entire 48 minutes.
See, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. It was a character-building experience.
That's right. Yeah.
An opportunity to get young people in the ball game and give them lots of playing time. And you're going to lose in life, and occasionally you're going to lose badly, and occasionally you're going to be humiliated, and occasionally you're going to get your rears kicked, and you need to learn how to do it.
Well, you take a look at last week. It was a 54-0 the other way last week for the Warriors. So, yeah, this is a chance that the Warriors got a chance to come out and feel like, hey, now we can be on top for once in a game like that.
It's perfect. Say something there, sidekick.
I'm glad to know your insights.
I'm just telling you that we used to be tougher.
That's right. Absolutely.
Meaner.
Now we put on 3 layers of coats when it's 60 degrees outside.
And that's how we were rebounded so well when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Send your letters to Gene Winkler at gene@eaglecommunication.com.
I hope that's not the way you interpret the law book, too.
I was a social science major, so I don't know what that says. All right.
See if Mercer kicks it to number 4 again.
Well, if he does, I hope we cover it better. Line drive, end over end. Oh, bounces off. That was number 4, but he didn't handle it so well.
He had visions of returning it.
And they're going to have great field position. They'll get the ball across the 35. You may be right there, Jeremiah. That was a big time for that young man, and he might have saw the ball coming and got too excited, tried to run before he caught it.
Right. He was already scoring in his
Number 4 is Braden Emmons, and he is a junior. Another one of those kids with no wait list.
Who certainly flew past us.
He did. Hand off to the tailback, and not much there, maybe a yard.
I don't know if you're seeing it, Mike, but our guys on defense are just flying the ball.
They are.
Which is something we just haven't seen much of.
Well, it's a defensive end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who's getting upfield right now. I mean, even if Bluestem had a little bit of a running game to be able to run, they would not be running outside on us right now. I mean, they could not do it the way the two defensive ends are literally flying up the field.
Second and a short 9. Second and short 9. Line of scrimmage is a 38. Quarterback rolls to his left. He's left-handed, gets the duck away, and is that pulled in? I think maybe. Yes, it is.
He got it. Going to bring up 3rd and about 2.
When he was releasing that ball, Helmer had his arm and was dragging him down as that ball was released. That's why it was the duck.
Okay, there you. That's absolutely correct. Their barbecue or whatever that is smells good.
Smells very good. Smells like gummy bears.
Deep fat fried gummy bears. There you go. I gotta.
You know what? That'll show up at the state fair now.
Yeah, because Jeremiah and I are taking it there. 3rd and 3. Quarterback keeps. He does not make it past the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down.
What do you think, Mike? You think they'll go for it?
I don't. Honestly, they shouldn't. They should punt it. That's the only logical thing to do.
They're going to go for it. They're down by 4.
That was Wynn that got in there on that one.
Brandon Wynn?
Yeah, he's the one that got in there and stuffed that one for no gain.
Again, number 9, who is their punter, is also one of their quarterbacks. He gets it away.
You mean 3?
Yep.
Yeah. Zen with the return.
On your score sheet.
9 on your score sheet, number 3 in your yards.
So Sam's in on the return. He's going to bring the ball back to about the 44-yard line, maybe the 40.
He got about 15 yards on that return.
Coming off the field for the Warriors is Blaine Murbus, getting a lot of high fives and pats on the shoulder pads from coaches. So the Warriors now with great field position. Their own 44 start this drive. Keeper by Stringer.
Lots of room.
Stringer's got a big gap, and he cuts back. Now he cuts back outside.
Luke
nice
Lanning
running.
On a great block.
And he's going to go down the sideline. He's in the zone. One play, one touchdown.
We love it. We love it.
Okay, I know Bluestem is obviously pretty deflated already, but there was actually 3 Marion players looking for somebody to block and couldn't even find a blue jersey to block.
Yeah.
Going down. I mean, Evan Heidelberg was one in the middle after he took the fake. He was trying to find somebody to block and couldn't.
So Luke Lanning threw a great block on that run there, which opened up the field the rest of the way for Stringer to get in.
So after that Case and Son touchdown, put their score at 52-0. Warriors line up. You're right. I forgot about the 6. Thank you, Gene. Pitch coming around this way. Mercer powers it into the end zone. So 54-6.
Mercer was looking for contact there because he had green space to the left and the right, and he picked the middle where the one blue jersey was just to try to power it through.
Take another look at that here.
Mercer just lowers the shoulder and flattens the poor
Leon-Bluestem
kid.
That young man was not prepared to hit. He was standing straight up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was Mercer had grass to the right and to the left, and chose to go right at the blue jersey to get into the end zone.
So this is about as big a margin as I've seen Marion have, and I don't recall us being down by this much ever, but it's certainly 52-6 with 8 minutes to go.
4.
Yeah, 54 with the extra points. My
Yeah.
goodness. So the Warriors will get ready to kick off again. Gene, we are in the second quarter. Gene asked if it was the third or the fourth.
There's still 8 minutes left in the quarter.
You know, just to give you an idea, this Bluestem team 2 weeks ago lost to Olpe 56-0, and then last week lost to Hillsborough 66-22.
They got 22 points.
They got
on
22
Hillsborough?
points on Hillsborough.
Wow. Just
Kind
a
of a
little
pooch kick.
squib kick, and it. Good job on the part of number 4 here for Leon-Bluestem as he lets it roll out of bounds, which will
The
give us.
down official threw his flag, and the official further up the field decided that maybe that flag wasn't enough, so she threw her flag. I believe
Where's
so.
where's the she?
I think right by the
No.
first down mark.
No.
No, that's
No.
actually the guy with dread.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got dreadlocks.
Got long hair, but when he turns around, you'll see that he's built like a brick bunkhouse, man.
Okay.
And the goatee.
I've seen no.
Pitch going around the left side, drug down, and would lose yardage on that play.
Brought down by number 6, Colton Mercer.
Ball spot. The original line of scrimmage would have been about the 36. Going to drop him back about 4 yards, 3 yards. Be second then and 13. The pitch come around this direction. Pretty good block out there by Leon. And they're going to pick up about 8 yards on that play.
Eli had able to drive him out eventually, but not
Well,
before he picked up
Evan
the
came
yard.
flying in there. He just picked a little bit of a bad angle. Otherwise, he'd have had him in the backfield.
Leon, and you looked at this, as we looked at the scouting report, it kind of appeared to me that they're going to try to get outside, which makes sense. When you're as small as they are across the line, you can't run between the tackles. You got to try to get somebody in space, and they got some kids with a little quickness, so that makes sense. And you can see they are, now that they've quit fumbling it and such, they're running that offense.
They can start fumbling again, though.
They could. 3rd and 7. Oh,
Ooh, busted play.
yeah, quarterback's going to throw, gets it away, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, he looked one way, and the runner had gone the other way.
Had it been completed, it would have ended up losing yardage, so they were better off to let that one drop.
Bring up 4th down for the Lions.
So are you still saying they're going to go for it? Because I think this is a punt.
Oh, they punted last.
They did, I know.
You were
Well,
right.
I think that number 3, he doesn't line up in a true punt formation. It's kind of that only 7 yards back or so, but then he's going to do like a quick kick.
Nope.
They're going to throw it this time. And that was intercepted. There's a
flag on the
flag.
play.
They're going to call it against the Warriors, I think.
Flag on the play.
Thought that both of them were jostling a little bit. I'm a little surprised that's going to be against the defense, but
See here on the replay, you're going to see the pass come in.
you just see that you didn't see the.
Yeah, they calling it on Eli.
Warrior coaching staff begging to differ, but of course that's not going to change anything.
So it's going to be a 1st down for Leon.
Your favorite referee made that call, Jeremiah, and the ruling he made was that Eli did not let the receiver run his route that he was headed on.
So that'll give Bluestem a 1st down on the Warrior forward, just outside the 45. Pass play complete, middle of the field. Runner's going to get another first down, so a little momentum for the Lions here now.
The Lions have found footing here, and Warrior defense needing to stand up and make a stop.
That's good enough for Bluestem Lions.
First down for the Bluestem Lions.
Ball now inside the Warrior 35, about the 34-yard line. Running play between the tackles. The ball popped out. Warriors have it.
Warriors recover.
I don't know who that was, flew by the ball carrier, but they reached out a hand and grabbed it. And when he stuck out his hand, he grabbed the ball carrier's arm, and that's what flipped the ball out.
Oh, that was Heidebrecht. That's exactly what happened. That was Heidebrecht. I didn't get to see who recovered that fumble. So no harm from the pass interference penalty. The Warriors now have the ball on the 37-yard line, their own 37. Pitch. Oh, the ball's on the ground. No, it's
still on the ground.
Okay, the Warriors recover. A big loss on the play. Mercer with the recovery.
Braden Mercer brings the play in. Lord Dalrymple comes off.
Colton Mercer that had the fumble recovery. The Warriors have a receiver split out wide on each side of the formation. The two slot backs with the tailback. And no, keeper by Stringer. He's cutting back. A little change of direction. Got some room down the sideline and gets near the 50.
I think he picked up the first down.
And as Darren had talked about on the earlier play for Mercer, Stringer appeared to just lower his head and look for contact at the end of that play.
Good block there by Jack Tracy.
Well, that'll give the Warriors the ball just short of the 50, 1st and 10 there. Plenty of time left in the half, 5:46 and counting. And hand off to Heidebrecht, and he's going to spin forward, get a good 5.
I don't know if he spun as much as he was spun forward.
Well, he was, okay, but he was spinning. He was in the rinse cycle.
Right.
Nice gain. Actually going to get more like 6 yards on that. It'll be 2nd and 2.
I think 2nd and 4.
Yeah, 2nd and 4. The 2 screwed me up there. Well, looking at that baked potato the girl in the stands was carrying by. Heidebrecht again. Oh, Heidebrecht, nice job keeping his feet as he gets near the 30.
He's still hungry, huh?
Not really hungry, but man, it looked good. Well, you can see the score on the screen. We're at 4:50 to go in the 2nd quarter. Remind you, if you are joining us, that these broadcasts are shown every Sunday at 7, every Wednesday at 6, occasionally at other times throughout the week, and always available on demand on mctv20.com. Stringer keep, cuts back.
I demand my Warrior football.
You do, and you shall.
Our 2nd quarter sponsors are Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Huey Real Estate, and the Marion Kiwanis.
Big night for us here in the MCTV crew as Jay Smith wore shoes.
That's always the mark of the turn of season.
Yeah, you know the seasons are turning when Jay wears shoes. He told me he didn't have a pair of shoes till he was 17 years old, and he's just not used to wearing them.
He made sure to point out that he's not wearing socks.
That's right. Here's a nice run again by Heidebrecht. Jay does not want his feet to be imprisoned.
That's right. He's a toe liberator.
And that's illegal in Alabama.
And West.
And West Virginia, yeah. Colton Mercer coming in the ball game.
I think that's Braden.
Braden Mercer, one of the Mercer boys.
One of those Mercer.
He'll be split out on the right side, Dalrymple on the left. Noah was injured during was not suited up for the Hillsboro game.
Concussion protocol.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he missed that game. We've got a flag, maybe too much time.
When I found out how he got a concussion, I said, if I was Coach Kraft, I'd smack him.
You going to share, or would you rather not?
He hit his head on the bottom of the.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No. I
Holy
said, Noah. I said, and he goes, yeah, Coach wanted to hit me.
Probably would have if I didn't have a concussion.
That's right.
Yeah. So the Warriors will be pushed back now, 1st and 15. Line of scrimmage, the 18. Oh, broken play, but Stringer's going to make something out of it as he comes around the left side, gets pushed out of bounds for a nice gain.
I don't know if that was a broken play or not. He made 2 fake handoffs there, so it
Sure
might have been a
looked
design
broken.
play.
He looked around like he was expecting someone to be there.
But it worked out well.
Sure did.
If it's not a design play, they should put it in the book as he picked up, I'd say, 9 yards on that play. He's 2nd and 7 now. Het split out on the right side, Zen on the left side. Come back around again. This time that's Mercer with the carry, and he's going to fight hard.
Yeah.
Darren, does he have the first down?
He's right at it. I think they're going to give it to him.
Thank you.
Interesting here on the tag.
Oh, well, they marked him a football short is what they've got him marked.
Okay.
One of the Bluestem players had Mercer by the jersey and then just let go.
Didn't want to get that penalty for roughness. All right, 3rd and under a yard. This Stringer just keeps it and goes. No, he hands off to Heidelberg, and he's got the first down and then some.
Down to the 2. He got down to the 2.
So the Warriors, with 2:17 to go in the first half, are in a position here to score, leaving, well, certainly under 2 minutes on the clock, and with a little bit of a defensive stand, go in with a pretty commanding 60+ to 6 lead.
They'll be up over 50 points going into half.
And off to Heidelberg again. He's in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
Good quick run there, and Warriors able to pick up another 6.
Waiting for Zen to get in the ball game here with the play for the 2-point chance. This is one of those where if you're a starter, you're lobbying to the coach to let you play at least a series in the second half.
That's right. Add my stats a little more.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we got a flag.
It could be. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, delay game.
Yep.
Delay game on the Warriors again.
Much scoring. Warriors.
We're running out. Too much scoring. I think our coaches, we've run so many plays, are running out of them.
We have to go back to the first couple pages.
Zen comes scrambling in from the sideline, lines up on the outside in the receiver position.
Another flag.
Another flag. I think offsides on the Warriors. We're going to get in the end zone, but I don't know that it's going to count.
So it's offsides. I think it will, won't it?
Well, I said offsides. I think we jump.
Oh, false start.
But we were across the line, so we were off their side. And yeah, by the reaction from the player out there, I think he got a little bit too quick
Yeah,
a start.
they called it on Sam not being set out here, but they didn't call it as a legal procedure. They called it as a illegal shift.
He shifted across the line
He
early.
was shifting his position. Could be a attempt for a 2-point conversion from about the
23 from the 23-yard line.
Wow. Well, this ought to be fun. Zane will go out on the right side this time. Het's on the left. We got all the room we want out there. Finger drop. Pops it out on the left side. It's pulled in. Oh, but nice tackle made. Was that Mercer with the catch? Yeah.
There. Colton Mercer. So it's going to be 60-6. That's a 54-point lead with 1:54 remaining in the first half.
Now we've got the Tampa State Bank timeout after the score.
Our second quarter sponsors, Mike, Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Fury Real Estate, and the Marion Kiwanis.
On occasion, we will talk about things that before the game, it's like, okay, if we get like a timeout or a lull or whatever, we can fill time by talking about this. I think we've used them all up so far. I got nothing to fill with right now except stories about how I got nothing to fill with.
That's bad fill.
That is bad fill. We Warriors, of course, by the time anyone hears this, it'll be old news, but the Lady Warriors will be on the road to Sterling tomorrow.
For regional volleyball.
Regional volleyball.
No, league.
No, league was already.
That's right, regional volleyball.
Well, we wish them well. Volleyball squad's had good, successful seasons for several years in a row now.
Really had a good time at league.
Have a good time, or did they do well?
They did well.
Okay.
And they had a good time.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
doing well is contributes to a good time. Handled over there on the left side, high over his head, but he pulled it down. Going to get the ball out across the 30. Jeremiah?
Yes, Mike.
I think I'm going to get my coat at halftime.
Don't you want to wait?
Wait till after halftime?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, until after halftime when you're back up here.
And then crawl down and go get my coat?
No, bring it up with you.
Oh, you are just, I swear, I don't know, you raised by wolves or what?
I'm just trying to help you out.
First down from the 34 for the Lions. A lot of pressure. There was a hold there, and there's it picked off. Dalrymple with the interception.
He read that it was like a screen pass, and he jumped the route and was able to.
I don't know if you can see it on the replay, but he picked that off one-handed.
Yeah.
It was a one-handed pick with his right arm.
Yes, he did.
They set up a screenplay there, and Noah just read it perfectly and just stepped right in front of the pass.
It'll set the Warriors up for the possibility of another quick score.
Just unbelievable.
Ball's on the 17-yard line of the Bluestem Lions. Not to be confused with the Lions.
Similar colors.
Finger keep, and they bring him down.
They were able to get him in the backfield.
Yeah, he's short of the line of scrimmage. Well, maybe waiting for him to, not by much.
I was at number 11 that you had talked about in the pregame, as being one of their top guys. And the last couple of times when we've ran towards his side, he has been able to, at least make the play string out, if not make the tackle.
That's Hunter Clift. He's a 190-pound senior linebacker. 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
Flag on the
Yeah,
play.
flag on the play is Stringer keep. He's going to get a few.
Gonna be a false start on the Warriors. Clock continuing to run.
We have, yeah, they threw a flag and the clock is still running. Now it's stopped.
I think easily 14 seconds ran off.
Oh, that was not just a matter of a couple
At
seconds.
least 14 seconds, at least.
I think it would be bad for him to scream and yell and complain too much
That's
about
right,
it if you're the Marion coaching staff. But so now
and the response from the referee to the team gang over here was, "Does it really matter?"
Well, I don't know that that's going to get you a job in the NFL, but all right, Stringer wants to pass. He pops over on the left side to Jackson Tracy, and he's in the zone.
Wide open.
Case and Son touchdown.
So the Warriors, Mike, are going to go up by 60 points in the first half.
And potentially 62 as
Yeah.
I think, underclassmen literally skipping along the sideline.
You talked earlier about putting the first team back in the second half.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you do at this point.
Well,
I'll be honest.
I got you. Yeah.
We're up so much that I don't think anything's going to really make a difference. So I don't know if you worry about it.
Stringer keep, goes around the right side. He's in the zone. Yeah, Darren, at least for years under Coach Tierhoff, the deal was if you were winning big, you let those starters come back and have one possession to start the second half, and then they were out. But 68-6 is a little bit different, and we're to the point where even running a pass play might subject us to criticism.
I agree.
Of course, it's all a matter of whose ox is being gored. The other side of that is this is a Marion team that has some talent, probably has underachieved to some extent, and if this is a way to get them fired up going into the next couple of games, there's some value in that too.
Well, there's been some frustration.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some frustration this season, and to be able to come out here and just kind of blow the lid off of that is good for you guys.
I think, and that being said, you look at your opponent coming up next week, first playoff game, basically. Why take a chance in a 60-plus point game to get somebody even close to hurt? It's getting cooler out here.
Good point.
Don't even pull a muscle or anything and tempt next week's fate.
I think that's a good point. Matter of fact, Jeremiah, I'm not sure I want you to come back up on the scaffolding after the halftime. I don't want you to pull a muscle.
I won't be here next.
Well, I know, but there will be a week after.
That's true.
Potentially.
Yeah. I hope there is, because I hope this isn't my last time with you guys. And with you all.
A little slow on that part.
Stopped by a group of warriors.
Yes, a group of warriors.
Sorry. Stopped by a group of warriors.
22 seconds to go.
It was Colton Mercer went flying by and had that first whack over there, but then it was, you're right, a whole host of them came through after that.
And you could hear the pads pop on that one.
Pass behind the receiver, and about the kind of the scary thing about that is we didn't even know the pass was there.
He didn't. He was just running, just jaunting down the field.
What I'm loving, Mike, is hearing our coaches continue to coach. Even up to continue to coach guys. They know there's more football to be played. They're going to keep coaching.
2nd down and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 40. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Pop it out here again. Oh, boy, that almost could have been picked off again out there.
That was Noah Cuckoo.
Yeah.
He almost jumped that route. 13.4 seconds remaining in the half.
Well, of course, the airport is right behind us.
The Leon-Bluestem International Airport.
Yeah. a Boeing that landed
Thought
back
that was
there.
a drag strip.
Yeah, well, it could have been that too. NASCAR's coming up in Kansas City this weekend. Maybe they're practicing.
Got your ticket?
No.
No.
Back to pass. Gets to the way out in the middle of the field. That was another one that was overthrown, nearly intercepted. Fourth down, 8.8 seconds to go. Absolutely no reason not to go ahead and go for it if you're Bluestem. Don't think you risk much. Even if the Warriors were to pick it up, I would lay money it'd be a take a knee on the next possession.
Yeah.
Gonna put two receivers each side of the formation. Get it away out here.
He
Nice
made the
catch.
reception. He's going to pick up the first down, and 2.8 seconds left. Bring the ball down to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line.
That's good enough for a Bluestem.
That got a little, there was actually some tone in the announcer's voice.
You know, Marion almost made a little bit of a mistake there. They had Sam and Mercer playing so far back that when that pass was thrown underneath like that, they had to come up quick. And Sam, you know, he made a good tackle, but, you know, if they had one little move could have got by him, they might have got a touchdown on that.
Good point. That is a Tampa State Bank timeout, the first timeout of the first half for Bluestem.
Mike, our second quarter sponsors are Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Erie Real Estate, and Marion Kiwanis Club. The Warrior sponsors are Marion Auto Supply, Gambino's Pizza, Katie Insurance, and Security First Title.
Thank you, sir.
Security First hosted a barbecue in Marion this week on Wednesday, which I know was enjoyed by quite a few people.
Smelled good. The downtown smelled good.
Yeah.
Here we go. Last play of the half. Gets the ball away, middle of the field. That one's picked off.
Yeah. The coaches are saying, get down. Take a knee, get down.
So that'll end our first half, and we have a St. Luke Hospital quarterly report coming up. We'll go down to who else? Darren Neufeld.
Well, I'll tell you what. You look at the scoreboard, and it kind of says it all. The only if you can find anything to try to work on for the second half or going into next week's game, it was the special teams. I mean, that's the only place that Leon gave any kind of threat or got the touchdown on. It was the special. So, other than that, you know, the guys are playing loose. They're playing with intensity. This is what you wanted to see from them, especially getting ready for next week's game. So let's see what happens in the second half. But I'll tell you what, for the second half, I really do think that I don't know what these coaches are going to do, but why tempt any kind of fate with this starting group? I just roll out here with the freshman sophomore. It's going to be a running clock from the start of it, so you might as well get some playing time for the younger kids.
Agreed.
Yes.
And with that, we will take our halftime break. See you for the next kickoff. We are back and ready for the second half of the ball game, and be interested to see what lineup the Warriors put out there when we get the offense on the field, as the Warriors will be receiving this kick. Short kick, fair catch called. That was Dalrymple. I think he regretted calling the fair catch and tried to run it, or wanted to run it.
He wanted to go.
So we have all, except for Jay. Jay has on the exact same things he had on before the half. Oh, we put another shirt on. Okay.
Guys, they have gone to the JV lineup almost across the board. There's a few of the starter seniors out there, but not very many.
Okay, yeah, I'm
just the whiteout that looks.
Yeah, you're gonna see Will Alvin and a quarterback,
Blaine and Noah, and that looks about it.
Alvin puts them in motion.
Ball's
There's
on the
snap.
ground.
Yeah, he picks it up though, and pays a price for it. But
that was number 11.
So Alvin's going to pretty big loss on that play. That'll be a loss of about 5 yards.
It's going to take a moment for the Warrior JV to find their footing and to come out and be on the same page. They're going to get there, though.
We were laughing a little bit about the dew that it really a lot of moisture on everything up here on the scaffolding, and I'm sure out there on the field as well. Handoff goes around over the left side. Short loss.
Our neighbor dog is back.
Yeah. Is that the same dog?
I think so. Gene says the dog was down at the bar. Just got back.
3rd down and 20 for the Warriors at this point. That'll be a short 20.
Yeah,
if there is
if
such
we
a
put the
thing.
varsity back
Well, it's
in.
more like a 19. Let's put that. But the scoreboard says 20. Alvin keeps, gets dropped.
Going to bring up 4th down. Warriors are going to punt.
Yeah. No gain on that play, so the punting team will come in. Punting team will have some of the regulars there, maybe all the regulars.
Blaine Murmis back to punt. Stringer's on.
Heidebrecht went in.
Yep, there's Braden Mercer's there.
Oh,
Blocked.
partially blocked. Nice job, Bluestem. Now they end up falling on it on their own 49.
It is a running clock.
The clock will only stop at this point, I believe, for timeout. Now, that may be a difference if you had an injury on the field, but I guess that would be an official's timeout.
Right.
So.
Yeah, timeouts and injuries. That's it.
So we're down to the 8:50 mark already here in this 3rd quarter.
At this point in the 1st quarter, the Warriors had scored twice.
Yeah. Quarterback pitches come around this left side. And nice job out there
Very
on the
good
defense.
tackle. 44 is Noah Cuckoo coming in there on the tackle and making a loss on the play.
Number 4, who's been kind of prominent in this ball game for the Lions, and my reading glasses have fogged over. I can't read anything, but was involved in that play. Oh well, I give up.
Number 4 for Marion is Miles Olson. He's out there on the field. 84 is Ethan Darnall.
2nd and 11. Straight ahead handoff, has some running room.
And that's Ethan on the tackle, and Colton Mercer coming over to help.
It'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll wait to see the official spot. Looks like 3rd and 4.
Yeah.
The coaches had given Miles Olson, number 4, freshman outside linebacker. They gave him to go to blitz. He went flying in so hard that the running back ran right beside him. And he was so intent on getting back to the quarterback, he just kind of missed the running back.
Well, that's the good thing about this. You see that on film. They won't do it next year.
There's Noah Dalrymple going to initiate contact.
It's going to be, just enough for a 1st down. Take the ball down just inside the Warrior 40. Coming into the ball game for the Warriors is number 54, Brandon Wynn.
22's out there on the far side. That's Austin E. Babin.
First and 10. Straight ahead handoff again. Goes over the right side.
Room to run. Brought down and looked by Will Alvin on the far side. Or Will Alvin.
You got Anderson Waddell's out there also. Todd Pollock, Cuckoo.
Looks like the Warriors, I think by necessity, have a few starters out there.
Right.
As number 53 comes in the ball game for the Warriors.
Cooper Carpenter.
by necessity. It's even though the Bluestem team only has 20 on their roster, the Warriors I think only had 29 to start the season. Quarterback keeps.
Hung that ball out there for a while.
Well, he faked the end around and then kept it. It's going to end up being a lot of trickery for a 2-yard gain.
I think that was going to be an end around until he saw the defense actually making a move, and that's when he pulled it back and tried to make something go himself.
Well, and that's good if the quarterback's got the smarts to read it and try to adjust, then good for him. It's still going to be 2nd and 16 at this point. Quarterback with the quick pass out this way.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow. Ethan almost had himself a pick there.
Yeah, he wanted it. He was diving for it. We got 4:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Ethan Darnell, the senior who dove for that, had visions of a pick 6 on his mind. I think if the ball had been thrown better, he might have been able to get it.
Right.
4:32 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Running clock. End around this direction. He's got some running room.
He's gonna.
And he just. Whoa, no, he does go all the way. Thought we were going to be able to push him out of bounds, but he tiptoed the sidelines, got in the end zone.
That's the play they wanted to run a little bit ago. They kind of got messed up in the backfield. We got somebody back there.
So 68-12 score.
4 minutes remaining in the game.
3rd quarter. 4 minutes, 3rd quarter.
3rd quarter, excuse me. Thank you, Darren.
Trying to jump ahead there, man.
Going for 2 here. And going to go around that left side again. And nicely done. They put it in.
Found some daylight over there. That's the 11 that we had talked about in the pregame.
68-14. I am sorry, Jeremiah.
I'm with you, man.
I wish that the folks at home could hear the press box announcer, because it sounds like something from a movie. It is so deadpan.
Yeah, I mean, it's like welcome to the singing of the dirge.
We're very excited to have you here.
Go count the gummy bears.
Gene Winkler was very excited at halftime. He thought for a moment he had won either the gummy bears or somehow he thought he had won a pig. And he started screaming and making pig noises. It was one of the more entertaining things I've seen.
Just never know what's going to happen on one of these broadcasts.
So the Bluestem kids with a little bit of jump in their step as they line up here. They've gotten on the board again.
You know, if you remember, I earlier I said, the Hillsborough score last week was 66-22. There might have been a similar situation where,
right.
In the second half, Hillsborough pulls all their players, and then Bluestem's got a pretty nice matchup then between the JV of another school. And
yeah, that's a very good point, Darren, and I should have thought of that earlier. That would be how they could have gotten 22 against that Hillsborough squad. Pulled in.
Brooks.
Brooks goes around the left side. Brooks is a pretty good little runner, just didn't have much there, but he's still going to get the Warriors set up out across the 35.
See if we can involve him in some running plays here and see what he can do.
Matt Christensen going in to play the line for the Warriors. Also, number 50, that's right, number 22, Austin Babin.
Darnall coming in. One is Braden Mercer. He's been in throughout the game. Will Alvin as quarterback.
Warriors this JV needs to lock on the line. Alvin didn't have much shot to do anything before. Now here's a handoff. A nice little move by Brooks. He stays
trying to get forward.
Yep. He's not gonna lose on the play, but get a yard.
Blue and Potter.
We are under a minute to go in the third quarter, and I think we've said enough you're with us, but in case someone just tuned in, it is a running clock and has been since the start of the second half. Warriors come out now 2nd and 9. Line of scrimmage, the 32. Alvin wants to pass, gets the ball away just behind the receiver. That's Mercer.
Yeah, behind Braden Mercer, unable to get back to the ball. Feet came out from underneath him.
Yeah, Will didn't have a chance to get his feet set there. He had some pressure coming, so we tried to make the pass off back foot and just never really had a chance to get down the field to Braden.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So we'll go down to the track, I should say, for the St. Luke Hospital Quarterly Report. Before we do that, why don't you tell us who our third quarter sponsors were?
I was just thinking, man, that went fast. Marion Boosters or MHS Pack, Marion County Ace Hardware, and Carlson's Grocery.
And we'll go down to Darren Neufeld.
Well, very quick quarter. Don't anticipate anything different from this next one. We saw the JV come out for the Warriors, and like I said, right when they came out, they struggled a little bit to get the footing and get really something established. So we'll see if here in this fourth quarter we can get this pick up a first down here and keep this drive going. See if we can keep Bluestem off the board the rest of the game and maybe even pick up some points for ourselves. So big key, I think, is getting a lot of rest for the older guys that are now going to have to travel next week and try to win a tough playoff game on the road.
Yeah, we are in the eighth game of the season here, and some of these kids, the starters have Heidebrecht, Zen, Helmer, Murmas, have had various injuries throughout the season, so getting a half off at this point in the season, or at least most of a half. Some of them will have to go out on some special team units and such, but it's a good thing.
Yeah.
If you notice, too, I don't know if Jay wants to get a camera shot. Spot over there looked like the fog's starting to roll in.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was trying to figure out whether I was imagining it, Darren. Gosh, at Halloween time, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Make for a nice drive home through the Flint Hills.
That's right.
And that's a handoff to Cuckoo around the right side, and he's got a nice run going as he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, he's going to bring it out to about the...
Are you on, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There's a flag behind the play.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I think I need batteries.
Yeah, got called for a holding call there.
All right, so that's coming back. That was a great run by Cuckoo, but it's all going to come back on that holding call. We are in the fourth quarter with 11:17 remaining. It's going to bring up third down. And
obviously that holding call happened like 5 or 6 yards down past the line of scrimmage down the field because we're set up now with a 3rd and 15.
Yes, 15 we are. Cuckoo goes in motion. The handoff is to Brooks up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down and more. He's got room to run. He's going to be brought down at about the 38-yard line. Great run by Brooks. Those are quick feet. And he was through that hole and off before they had a chance to get him.
That was a great read for him to hit that hole and just go. He didn't hesitate. He didn't stop. He didn't try to make a move. He just went straight up the field. And it really paid off. Picked up the first down for the Warriors.
The Warriors are at 68-14 in the fourth quarter with 10:07 remaining.
And here's the good news. I'm back.
Mike's back.
Yes.
He's back at 10 minutes remaining in the half.
Back with a vengeance. Warriors 1st and 10. JB offense threatening for the first time. There's a handoff, and that Ball went on the ground. Alvin picked it up, handed it to the running back, but he had nowhere to go at that point in time.
Yeah, just that timing with that low snap, the defense was able to get in there and make the stop.
We have seen Brooks on special teams this year display, you referenced quick feet. He's got some speed and some shiftiness, and that was a nice play a couple of plays ago to get him out in the open. Hand off, going around the right side. Makes
That's
a couple
cuckoo.
of cuts. Oh, the ball
comes
popped out. Warriors have it.
Yep.
44.
That was 85 is Darnall on the, or not 85.
Recovered by the Warriors.
Yeah.
65, Anderson Waddell.
Anderson Waddell on the recovery.
I'll put the Warriors in a 3rd and 12 position. '88 Bryce Murmis going in the ball game for the Warriors. No handoff to Brooks, and they were there waiting for him.
He's still going.
Oh boy, he is really
still going.
Gosh, I thought that play was over, but they had not blown the whistle, and he picked up a good 8 yards on that play.
Going to be 4th and about 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, I may have been. I thought the spot doesn't match where I thought he went
Right.
down, but he got at least 5.
Yeah.
Warriors are going to go for it here, and at this point, why not let these kids start to pick up another first down, especially with the running clock.
Well, and we've had a couple of plays that
Yeah, exactly.
shown we can do something. All right, 4th down. And we've got a flag stop the play.
I think we had a couple guys moving at the same time.
Yeah, is that a bad thing?
It's against the rules.
If you go halfway between Marion and Hillsborough, you can do that. So that's legal in Canada. Canadian rule.
The fog is getting to his brain.
Yeah, it is. It's fogging over.
You are not Claritin clear.
It is moving on the field. If you notice, it's moving out onto the field, more to the south end.
I've read this book. It's written by Stephen King, and it doesn't end well. All right, 4th down. We're still going for it. And Alvin trying to get around the left side.
That was not the play.
Yeah, nothing there.
So Warriors turn it over on downs. It's going to be Bluestem ball.
75 going into the game for the Warriors. DJ Smith, a freshman lineman.
And 72, his brother.
D. Smith.
I had D on here, but I had him as 66. Is he wearing 72 now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 10, Anthony Brooks, back on the field.
Bluestem hands off, going to come around this side. Nicely met out there. Number 10 and number 44. So Cuckoo and Brooks came up and put the smack on him. Primarily Cuckoo, I think.
Yeah, he was letting them know he was there. Blaine Murmis has the helmet off. Dalrymple has the helmet off. Usually a sign that they're done for the night.
Yeah. And we've got an injured player on the Bluestem side. Now they just okay. Now they're going to get him off.
Well, but he's got to go off or they lose a timeout. But he's hobbling going off too.
I was wrong. Those guys put their helmets back on.
Well, now he just.
Now he's running.
Now he's just running. Okay.
Probably a soccer player.
So the clock stopped for that injury timeout. See, I agree with you, soccer player going. 5:33 to go in the ball game now.
Spoken like a true soccer player.
Yeah, about a soccer. 2nd and 9. Passing out in the flat. Oh, there's a good stiff arm out there by the Bluestem player, and that'll get him a first down.
Number 11, as we were told, was going to be a very good football player tonight, Hunter Clift, and he's proven to do so. He's one of those guys that you run into that he's a good football player, doesn't have the cast around him to do what he needs to do, but he's had chances on his own to show what he can do. He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's the one a little bit ago. If Brooks on that one good run of Brooks, if it hadn't been for number 11, Brooks would have been in the end zone.
Right.
And it wasn't because 11 was faster. He just picked the right angle, and that's so you very senior player, you can tell pick the right angle to cut him off.
Hand off to 11. He's going to get a yard or so.
Yeah, he's out to about R40.
And that's the Hunter Clift we mentioned a couple times. The first score by Bluestem and occurred in the first half on a kick return for a touchdown. Nice run, and things opened up just right, and they got on the board. That was pretty much the only bright spot. Had a couple of plays maybe, but that was about it for Bluestem. They have come out in the second half against the Marion JV, and as you would expect, have done much better, but I'm really impressed and pleased with how the JV's hanging with them right now.
Yeah, they're doing real well.
Hand off to the tailback, and he's not going to get much. He may get a couple of yards.
Positively there, you had 4 white jerseys that stood him up and drove him back. So he did not finish falling forward on that play.
Going to bring up third down for Bluestem with 3:20 remaining in the game.
So third and long, Jeremiah and I have debated about this, but to some extent, Bluestem has been on the verge of being in 4-down territory every possession this ball game. I think they have 3 punts, but there's a pitch play. Got some room going around the right side. Runs through a couple of tackles. Finally going to get brought down as he gets inside the 20.
Yeah. Another good run by Hunter Clift, and on the outside there, able to pick up the first down. Warrior defense not playing bad. Trying to pick him up and make the stop.
2:32 to go in the ball game. The Lions do have 3 Tampa State Bank timeouts they could call if they would choose to do so.
Our fourth quarter sponsors are Marion Dye and Fixture, Edward Jones Investments, Ludwig Truck Line, and Diamond 8 Fitness.
Quarterback with a quick pass over to the sideline. Man's going to get brought down as he gets near inside the 10. Stay tuned after the game for an abbreviated St. Luke Hospital quarterly report, followed by an abbreviated Central National Bank postgame show. All will be conducted by Darren Neufeld and Jeremiah Lang.
You got to go to the restroom or something?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not sure on that last play. I couldn't really see real well, but it almost looked like number 11 went out there, and on that little screen pass that far side, he looked like he might have initiated contact prior to the catch by the other receiver, and almost got tackled our defender out there.
Hand off to the running back right in the middle of the formation, and the interior of the young Warrior defensive line has really done well.
Yeah, when they've gained yards, it's been on the outside.
Coming up on a minute to go in the ball game. So far, no indication that there's going to be any timeouts called by Bluestem, although you'd think they'd have to at least consider it. Their kids, I'm sure, want to get another score. If they were to do so, it would put them in a very, very similar score to the score they have with Hillsboro, which would make sense given how close the Marion-Hillsboro game was. That's number 11 going around, and great stiff arm again puts him in the end zone.
Just unable to wrap him up.
Flag thrown out there.
Okay.
They're either going to get They're going to call number 11 for a hands to the face.
Okay.
Legal on that stiff arm. They're saying he got his hand inside the helmet of Miles.
Face mask.
Yeah, they're actually calling it as a face mask, which would be the same thing. Okay, well, excellent. That'll push them back 15.
It'll also end the game.
That does
because it
end the
does not
ball game.
stop on a penalty.
And that will begin the St. Luke Hospital Quarterly Report.
Well, nice ending to the game. You know, like we were just saying, you know, if that one had counted out due to the penalty, you'd have a very similar game to the Hillsborough score. You know, we're gonna walk away with this one without getting anybody hurt, and we're gonna head, I think, unless something changes that I haven't heard about or seen so far, we're gonna head to Pleasanton next week and face a team that's got a good record. But when you look at on a head-to-head and statistical standpoint, it's a game that the Marion Warriors have a chance of going up there and maybe competing well, maybe even winning. So we can hope that that's the case, and we'll see how this off week does for the Warriors, and we look forward to seeing everybody maybe make the road trip to Pleasanton next week.
Thank you, Darren. And Jeremiah, can you help us out with a Central National Bank post game?
Mike, this was a lot of fun to come watch this game and to be part of it here at Leon-Bluestem, to see the Warriors come out strong, come out quick, come out on top, and finish this game as 68-14, a commanding victory by the Warriors, which is what this team needed after being in Opie last week. So very exciting for the Warriors as they look to the postseason, and we're going to wish them all the luck as they head to Pleasanton next week.
For Darren Neufeld and Jeremiah Lang, for Gene Winkler and Shulis J. Smith, this is Mike Powers saying, good night, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan. Good night, Kevin. Good night, Red. Good night, Gabby Gabbard, wherever you are.